Hi, welcome to the next edition of Inside the Pioneer Meta. Today, the deck that's been kind of getting a little bit of traction as of late is Izzet Ensoul. So we're going to be playing that through some matches, see how it pans out in the current format. The goal maybe in the future, next couple episodes, maybe is Incarnation. There's a couple other possibilities that I'm interested in doing, all of which are showing up in pretty good numbers. Like Ninjas could be an option too. So if you like Izzet Ensoul, let me know in the comment section. Like I said, we're going through every top tier deck in the format, testing them out so you get to see gameplay for each top tier deck so you can prepare for all your tournament needs. So let's get into the deck list that's been showing up, putting up some headaches into challenges. Let's get into them. So the list, we have our 4 Ensouls, 4 Torches, 4 Shrapnel Blasts, 4 NTs, 4 Sirens, 4 Clockworks, a couple Extruders, a couple Coats, 4 Copters, 4 Stock Up as a new card, some Epicures, sideboard for more removal. We have Melees, some Volleys, for protection against heavy monster removal. We have Spell Pierces. Against counter magic, we have Disputes. We have some Hearses for Graveyard Hate, Gust for red. And then we have a Brazen Bar, kind of a catch-all, bounce effect. That is the deck we're trying out. Let's dive in. Tap land. We'll put this, play a Siren, I guess I go. Forest. Siren. Epicure. Shove. Say go. This is probably Devotion, if I had to guess. Dinosaurs. Okay. Spicy. Play Extruder. 2 to the face. Drop down another flyer. Get Frisky for 2 in the air. Say go. So a District. I think I'll play a Percussionist. Stacked Percussionist. Map onto a Siren. Ensoul is what I've been looking for. Smack you. Go ahead. So now I pay 2, play Ensoul, 1 additional, Rex. That's pretty good. There's no point of blocking that. Alright, so he scoops it up. Interesting. We want Gust, and it seems to be it. What are we going down? Probably Torch. Torch is also probably worse than a Borrower. I don't like that. Forest and a Commune. Go. So if I play Ensoul first, it's on a red, huh? What does that mean for you? Pyroclasm. Okay. Sadly, that's all I have. So I'll play a Copter, say go. I really need a land off the top. Now, the other possibility is I just Ensoul under the Copter, attack for 5. I guess that's my line. I could play a Siren. Don't need another coat. Go ahead. Maybe I should have cut the coats. Maybe that would have been the better line. So, Castle Garabrig, Fallborn Tyrant. Pretty good. Again, no lands. Hedja. We will pitch Siren. Play land. Play a Percussionist. Say go. So I have a Gust. Alright, Gust away the Galta. I mean, you definitely might get frisky here. Doesn't. Again, I don't really have anything else to do. I can't really afford... That works. Get rid of the coat. Play that. Extruder. Deal 2. Say go. Gust again. Got it. 1-0. Let's get into the next. Go ahead. So we're facing Heroic, maybe? Or Boar's Mice? Heroic. Has to be Heroic with that play. Citadel. Copter. Go. So now if I play NT, Crew, show off. No, that actually does not look like a heroic deck. Because heroic would not play Wild Slash. Then a red. Playing an NT and a Clockwork. Set go. See what happens. I could crew here. Monstrous Rage. Really busted. And gets back another Monstrous Rage. You probably put that on to show off. So we have melee. Pretty reasonable here. Torch is fine. Epicure is probably a little too sus. And Coat probably is a little sus here. Could also cut some stock ups as well. I think that probably is pretty reasonable. 3 stock ups probably is enough of a mid-range piece. Something like that. Steam Vents, tap, say go. So let's see what he does. Hoplite. So it is some sort of variant on it. Do that, say go. Next turn we get our Ensoul and start beating down for 5. Yeah. Go. So you're at 3 mana. Okay, show off. A Monstrous Rage. Seems reasonable. Am I just Desh? There's no way, right? Can't be Desh already. Close. Definitely close. What's the right line here? I'm just going for it. Go. I could easily sack this, make a 3/3. Okay. So now he does 2 more to the face. Plus, so 4, it's 8. So he gets 8 from the show off. That sucks. Yeah, we lose this game. Think about her to be 1-1 the deck. Like I said, we lose to the show off. Okay, so he's gonna show off a little bit, sure. 1-1. Let's get into the next. Sanctum. Does that change anything? Probably play the Percussionist. Catcha. Go. I mean, they're kind of the same amount of damage and whatnot. This might be Lotus Field. Yeah, that seems like it. Because, I mean, there's not that many decks in the format that are Simic. Play a Copter. Smack. Go. So we do have disputes. We do have Spell Pierces for this matchup. We don't need Torch the Towers. And we don't really need grindy cards like Coat. So those are pretty much our swaps. Might turn back on some stock ups. Okay, there's the Lotus Field. Clearly the opponent got my message. Because on my last, or at least at the time of the recording, my last one I talked about how Lotus Field probably is in a good position right now. Especially with the current meta trends. Oh, I did not mean to do that. I think it's okay. I have to have a land, so any way of getting that said land, I guess, is reasonable. Okay, that's a land. Get rid of another Copter, I suppose. Go ahead. I really wanted a blue source, though. Shrapnel Blast. I don't think I can afford to play the Epicure here. So I could deal 5, so I might put him to 9. Or 5. Okay. Maybe I should have done it right now. Sack the Percussionist. Which maybe I could have drew a land, I guess. But I guess if I get a blue source, it doesn't matter either way. Another Shrapnel Blast is interesting for next turn. So he pretty much has to beat me now, I guess, this turn. He's at 4. And I have a Blast waiting, so can you beat me this turn? I will just auto-sim through it. Like I said, I'm not going to scoop. That would be incorrect because there is the opportunity he whiffs, and I'm able to just Shrapnel Blast the face and call it a day. But there's also a possibility he just combos off and wins. So we'll see. Some Viziers. Okay. So this matchup is 100% dependent on tempo plays that are not, dealing with the creatures. So now we're going to make a decision which card we're putting back. But if he gets 2, it's pretty much GG's. The first one is not necessarily guaranteed. Let's see how this pans out, though. Probably Omniscience, Behold, and something else, maybe? Let me know in the comment section if you guys want me to play that deck. That deck is a meta deck. It's not really up there. But, sometimes you gotta just play through it. So let me know in the comment section, do you want me to actively play Lotus Field in Pioneer? Because I'm trying to remember how many cards short I am from building it. I don't know if I have all my emergent ultimatums and whatnot. There we go. Dark Petition, Pour, Hidden Strings. So he untaps to cast this, adds 3 black. Barely has Magistry. I guess I should have 2. Why am I getting the bar? I barely had time to make any kind of decisions. Put back Pour. I think. I don't get that one. Like, I did not have that much time to make a decision. Sure. Right, so, now what? I guess you get another Emergent Ultimatum? Is that really what you did? Omniscience. Okay. That works. And there's the Emergent Ultimatum for the second one. Now, this is typically where they get the win condition. It's actually very important that I know what the win condition is. So, Fae of the Wishes is the win con. Put back Fae. Oh. So he's probably doing Fae to get Approach of the Second Sons. Leer. Dark Petition. To get Free the Fae. Or Granted, that's what it is. Not Free the Fae. Free the Fae, I believe, is the Picklock Bringster. And Approach. Yeah, so Approach is the win con. Got it. So we have Pierce. Disputes. That seems to be about it. Borrower is not necessary. It could be better than some things, though. We definitely cut the Coats. Torch. Pretty much, that could be basically it. His main win con is green. Is there something worse than that? Actively getting the Emergent Ultimatum. I don't think so. Run like that. The events tap. Go. So now I get Citadel. Play Ensoul. Say go. And I can play this. That gives me enough for Epicure plus Spell Pierce. This could be very relevant. Maybe there's an argument I should have Spell Pierce, leave out Spell Pierce for specifically this. But he's getting the Beseiju to deal with my Ensoul. So we'll go ahead and play an Epicure. Hit ya. Say go. I mean, he's welcome to do that. I mean, that's going to slow him down by a lot. That's basically taking the entire turn off. Which I don't think is really worth it for him. I guess you could blow it up and then you... Oh. You don't even have a Lotus Field. Epicure. Attempt to hit you. Now you're going to blow it up. Which, I mean, that's fine with me. It does slow my clock down, but... I also get a deck... I mean, then my deck out of lands. Say go. So, you knowingly did a Stirrings to get a non-Lotus Field land or a stage, even though you're missing them? Seems a little weird to me. Alright, so there's the Lotus Field. Now what? That happens. Scrying. I gotta counter that, I think. I guess technically he has 2 mana. He can still pay it. Dang it. Yeah, I thought I should counter it because, I mean, he's probably going to grab a stage. Oh, another Beseiju. I mean, I'm fine with that. Let's stock up. NT. Shrapnel Blast. Hatcha. So I go. I don't think I really want to do anything other than leave up a Spell Pierce. Next turn I can NT, potentially do something more. NT actually might close the game out, depending on what he does. Alright, so NT. Attack out. Pitch the Siren. Pump a Epicure. Play the land. Go ahead. You just gotta copy and untap? That's respectable. You could Besage you, but that's not doing much. So that explains why he double Besage you'd, knowing that he had the stage and the field covered. Alright, so if you do pour over pages, that might be decent. Okay, Dark Petition. So that has 3 black plus 2 blue. You could pour, but I think I countered that. I have to counter that, I think. Spell Pierce. Deal 5. Got it. Not much I could do anything different, so run back. So, Coast. And what else? Grazer. That has to be a Hallelujah Grazer, right? Yeah. Play an Epicure. Go. Question is, can I win this game? I do need to find me... Gets rid of a stage. She probably has a backup one in hand. No counter spell. If I play this, I gotta pay. I gotta say go, I think. So I need to crack the blood, discard something, to hopefully get into a counter spell. Get rid of the reef. Another land, huh? Another land. Let's go ahead and play a Siren. This Grazer is doing a lot of work. I can't do any chipping damage. Let's go ahead and crack onto the Epicure. Dispute, I'll keep. Go ahead. I'm not sure if that's going to showcase what I have and don't have, but we'll see. He's probably going to grab a stage, untap, see what that does. I don't know if he could technically would want to tap down. Could play land. I guess he could technically copy plus the shoe drop. As it could be a possibility to untap both. A scrying. So I guess he's looking for another stage. Okay. Play that and then copy. It's pretty reasonable of a move. So that means that's kind of out of the equation now. Shove for 1. I guess I stock up. Blast, Pierce. Go ahead. So the problem here is he's just gonna have so much. Oh my god, another stage? What? You have all 4 stages? Wait, yeah, all 4. All 4. That is like an insane ramp hand. No matter what I do here, I can't counter anything. 4 over pages? Sure, you could definitely pay 3. Wow. That's insane. He drew that many stages. Okay. 9 lives. Has been seen, chat. Or viewers. Comment down below if you want to see a 9 live stack. I know that's not necessarily for this channel, but it could be for the other channel. If you're not subscribed already to the other. Opponent is thinking pretty hard about his next line. I mean, he has 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, he copies. time. Okay. Slowly working through this. Yeah, I can't do nothing about that. So you're just gonna pass? I think, yeah. Okay. So we have a siren. So 3 plus 2. That's not really gonna work. Shrapnel blast is interesting. Hmm. Go ahead. I mean, I gotta think of something quick. Because paying 5 is not that much for him right now. Except the fact that he has so much mana. Leer. Okay. That happens. I guess I gotta blast that. You might think he has a window here to maybe get down to 4, which could come at his own detriment. It's kind of what I have to hope here. I think that, doesn't that? Does that stop the can't be countered part? Does that stop it? Cool. Gotcha. At this point, I think I have to extruder away the grazer. I'm tired of this stopping 2 points of damage every single turn. Go ahead. So I can Shrapnel Blast his face down to 9. I don't really have any other ways of making 3/3s to close this game out. The opponent has the mana, but he needs to find something to do with his mana, which probably is easier said than done in his deck. I should say reverse that. It's probably easier done in his deck than said. I don't know. It's probably very likely he's going to find something that he wants. The deck is pretty redundant in its cycling effects. Card draw some, discard some, etc., untapping lands. Ballot recovery. That happens. So you're going to go for it again? 3, 5. So then you have... Oh. I don't really want to have to Shrapnel Blast that again, though. Grazer. That happens. Epicure. That's not too shabby. Ping you. Get rid of that. Make a 3/3. Get Frisky for 2. Go ahead. So, even if he plays Leer, you get 1 spell. Sack it. Sadly, I can't counter that. He just pays the 3. The next turn, he probably still blocks the 2, takes 1, 2, 3, 6 points of damage. He's nowhere near death, so it probably is logical for him to keep the Grazer around, keep reducing everything by 2 points of damage output by me. But overall, I still... This... Only this was a regular counter spell. Oh yeah, I can't counter that anyways, because it's not blue. A second one for the Rubbins. Hitcha. Probably blocked the 2/2. So use... Oh, you're going to exchange your Grazer? I mean, that's fine with me. You prevent more damage this turn, but next turn you could have prevented 4 instead of 3. So okay, so that means he pays 3 and then another 3. I can't do nothing about that. He's at 6. I might be able to sneak this by. Wonder what he has in hand. Either Omniscience or it's Dark Petition. Put back Omniscience. I think that's right. He gets to add 3 black. He might be able to not have enough to pay for Double Dispute if he tries to re-get. I guess he does, right? Because he has basically net 6 mana here. So, I don't know. If I would have fought that war, actually, wait a minute. 3, 3. Yeah, it would have worked. Okay, that happens. Why do you give me such a little amount of time to respond? You're so aching to get, to get me by a timeout here, even though I'm not really the one that's taking the time. Put that back. All right, so 3. So he can pay for 9. 4 over pages. I can't do nothing. Sadly. Yeah, I can't do nothing. Now spells can't be countered. Now he plays poor over pages, right? He has a couple pours. Hidden strings. And there's the omniscience, which I can't counter, thanks to this Lear. So I think that means I lose, no matter what happens here. Even if I manage to untap, right? Stop asking me to resolve it. I'm auto passing. So 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 damage across these bodies is not enough. Anyways, it would have to go another turn. So, like, I just don't see it. 1 and 2. Let's get into the wrap up. So, what do we want to speak about this deck overall? We went 1 and 2, not really drawing that great at all, especially against Lotus Field. We didn't really get an aggressive hand. Maybe that's my fault. I should have mulled the second game or the third game down to an Ensoul. But that seems to be a issue throughout the losses. We were not able to get anything aggressive enough that would compete with our opponent, even though we faced, you know, Lotus Field, and then of course we lost to, drawing a blank. It was very quick. I think it was Heroic. Yeah, I think it was Heroic. So in that matchup, we needed the removal, and we weren't able to get enough removal for that matchup, and we weren't able to get a clock going. So like, yeah, we could be pseudo aggressive, but our opponent's deck was, like I said, in that one matchup was more aggressive. And the combo deck, we were not able to assemble anything of relevance, because our clock really depends on Inti, Copter, or Ensoul, right? Those are our main pieces for the clock. So, like, we weren't able to get that. We got stuck with this Siren, Clockwork, and Epiceers, which are fine, I guess, but they're not really a card that can close out the game fast enough to get underneath Lotus Field. So maybe I should have brought in Brazen Borrower as a faster body, but that's not saying much. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think about Izzet and Soul in Pioneer right now. Sadly, we didn't really get to face any of the top meta decks, like Phoenix or Green or even, Demons or, Bounce or anything. We just faced a lot of other lower tier 2 decks. Lower as in lower than our deck, right? Not necessarily they're that low. I mean, Lotus Field's by like 1 point, something like that percent of the meta. Heroic is kind of like in the 0.5% of the meta. So like, yeah, we definitely face decks that are lower than our meta's percentage points. But like I said, I want to know all what you think in the comment section. Like I said, hopefully I can get to Incarnation, Ninjas, depending on what I have going on the day of recording, depends on which one I'll do first. Because like in this case scenario, I already recorded a video right before this, and I'm getting a little bit late. So I wanted something very quick, so I played this deck. But until next time, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Talk to you guys next time.